Hey guys, day 16. Day 16. Actually got some stuff to talk about today. That kind of feels good. Maybe I don't. I don't know. It's kind of interesting, sometimes when I start this video, it's like everything that I was kind of even considering, or I don't really put too much effort into thinking about what I'm going to talk about, but I'll kind of touch on some topics in my brain as I'm walking out to the truck that I want to talk about. And when I get in the truck and I start the video, and my brain just goes blank. But such is life. Just roll with it. I think 90% of it is what happens to come out. With this little conversation I'm having with myself in these videos. That's the important thing. But I mentioned yesterday that I wanted to try to start incorporating things that I'm coming across, sharing some things. Again, maybe somebody out there will see one of these videos and get some value from it, however insignificant. Maybe not, no big deal. Again, these are just kind of for me to reflect on and kind of keep me motivated and keep me going and keep me along the path that I've been talking about. But one of the things that came up today, and I've heard it before, and there was actually a time in my life when I kind of did it, not the way I'm going to do it now, but that's the affirmation, or writing down goals. It's kind of two concepts, but they're very similar in some regards. One, writing down your wants, 20 things. At one point in my life, I did 100 goals. I think I mentioned that in one of the videos where I went back and looked, and I was kind of interested. It was interesting to see the goals that had been completed, even though I wasn't conscious of them. But the real point is to kind of put them in front of you every day. So every day you reflect on them, every day you look at them, and as you read them, and it becomes a request to that ether, it puts that energy out there, and then it comes back to you. The other thing is just kind of the affirmation, and I was thinking about it. I've done this thing now where I don't use the snooze button anymore. When it's time to wake up, I try to get up, get out of bed, get moving, and get the day started. And there's two things, one thing I mentioned, but there's two things that are kind of working for that. One of them is in between 6 and 6:30. That's my morning time. That's my time to get myself ready for the run, for the morning run, to prep myself in any way that I have to. It's getting up and getting out of bed at 6 o'clock. I'm sure if I really wanted to, I could do it. At this point, I don't believe anything is impossible. But I like that, having that time to kind of, regenerate the body, get things flowing, get to where I'm feeling comfortable, and then take the run. So I give myself that 30 minutes. And that's kind of a good motivator. I know that if I were to snooze or go back to bed, I might get 10 more minutes of sleep, but I would lose 10 minutes of that good time that I need to wake up. And what I'm doing during that time, listening to different success or motivation, or meditating or stretching, or I don't know much about yoga, but doing some moves that kind of feel like they might be yoga to me, manipulating, contorting, and bending the body in certain ways that open up, start the blood flow, get things going, and it feels good. It's a good time in the morning. It's become my time, and I wake up. I've caught myself a couple times where I'll close my eyes, knowing that I'm not going to hit the snooze button. I'll close my eyes, and 1 or 2 minutes will pass by. I won't be laying down. I'll be kind of sitting up with my my head in my hand kind of thing, with my eyes closed, enjoying that little bit of sleep. But I really want to break away from that. I want to get, as I mentioned before, where boom, once the alarm goes off, I'm awake and I'm ready to go. The other thing, just to bring it up again, the other thing that really seems to be helping, I thought I would need coffee first thing, but instead of coffee, I found that just having room temperature water, and I don't know what the reason is for it, but that first sip of water, it's like a breath of oxygen, and I'm alive again. And by the time that 30 minutes is done, I'm done with that bottle of water, and I'm 100% awake and 100% ready to go. So I should start keeping an eye on how long it takes me to get to that full feeling, to see the progress of things that are accomplished by the accomplishment that's coming from that. See how much quicker it's taking, I am at getting up. But anyway, I came across this really great affirmation, at least something that I think is really great. It kind of hits all the boundaries. It has the the gratitude. It has the, you know, the sets the tone for the day, and it's something that I'm going to begin using tomorrow morning. I'll share it with you. It's not mine. It's not something that I wrote by any means. And I'm not even real sure where it came from at this point. I'm listening and reading, and so many different things that, you know, I couldn't tell. So whoever wrote it put it out there, and you know, thank them for that, and may come back to them a million times. I'm sure it has. But anyway, this is the affirmation. I'm going to kind of break it down. Go over the first line is just great, and I'm going to stop at, you know, here and there, but the first line is look with wonder at that which is before you. So that's the first thing that I'm going to think when I wake up in the morning. You know, it's a wake up in the morning and you know, have the option of hitting that snooze button and being in that cycle, you know, which if that's what we like, so be it. I liked it for a long time, but I don't want to do it anymore. I've made that decision. So now, you know, instead of the snooze button, I get look with wonder at that which is before you. And you know, I'm gonna wake up and it's just like, wow, you know, it's a day. Here it is, life. You know, what's out there. It's just kind of one of those things that for me it just generates that feeling of wanting to accomplish something. Of, you know, just, it has that element of gratitude to it. Just look with wonder. It's out there, you know, and then so that's the first line, and that was actually a separate line from this other affirmation that I found, but they went so well together. And to think first thing in the morning, that's what I'm going to see. That excites me. So eventually I get to the point where I won't have to read it. It's kind of nice to read it, though I might stay with it, but you know, I'll read it out loud. So here it is. Look with wonder at that which is before you. Then the next line, thy will be done this day. Thy will be done this day. It's like there's no doubt. There's no room for, you know, maybe I'll get something done. Maybe, you know, maybe I'll do that thing that I've been putting off. No, thy will be done this day. That's the second line. The third line just confirms everything. It's today is a day of completion. Today is the day where it gets completed. You know, whatever it is, it just has that feeling. It has the succinct, it's to the point. Just a great affirmation. And then next line, going back to gratitude, which gratitude is huge. I give thanks for this perfect day. I mean, how was this going to wake me up in the morning? It was just mind-boggling the power that's involved in this. Next line is miracle shall follow miracle, and wonders shall never cease. And that's it. So that's my good morning day from now on. You know, I get up 6 o'clock, boom, my alarm goes off. I sit up, pop out the phone. I've got it written down. Look with wonder at that which is before you. Thy will be done this day. Today is a day of completion. I give thanks for this perfect day. Miracle shall follow miracle, and wonders shall never cease. Boom, my day's going. So I'm looking forward to that. I'm excited. It generates a feeling that I think, you know, will carry with me. That you know, it's just that old saying of starting off the day on the wrong side of the bed, the right side of the bed. I mean, I can't wake up, read this, and have a bad day. I mean, I'm sure bad things will happen, but I don't think I can have a bad day ever again. So that's my little affirmation. It's going to be the first thing I do in the morning. Share it with you. It was shared with me again. I took it from somewhere, I don't know where. Whoever it is, thank you. If you guys find it out there and figure out who the author of that is, I mean, just powerful stuff, really good stuff. The other thing I wanted to talk about was the business really became real yesterday, almost in a scary way. You know, it's fear is a funny thing. Fear is a way of freezing us, you know, making us just quit what we're doing before we even attempt it. You know, all those things that fear does. It's such a controlling thing. And I wanted to just kind of talk about that again. When I first started making these videos, the first day, I remember, you know, I had no idea what to say, you know, what I was going to talk about. I just knew it was something that I needed to start doing for myself. You know, I sat in my car and I hit record, and you know, it's not a fear, but it is. It's the same thing. You know, it wasn't like, you know, it wasn't like I was afraid to make a video or afraid to record myself. I was afraid of the situation because I didn't know what it was. I didn't know, was I going to be able to sit and talk to myself in a video? Was I going to sound like an idiot? Was what I doing, did it even make sense? You know, just all those doubts. I mean, doubt is a component of fear. They might be, you know, the same thing on varying levels. But I just had that doubt, and I did it like 3 times. 3 times I made little 5-second, hey, you know, stumbling, mumbling, fumbling, and then I changed my perspective. I changed the scenery. I sat down and I said to myself, just do it. Just start talking. And that's really what it comes down to in terms of overcoming fear. I mean, fear for me, it can just take total control of me, or I can just brush it to the side and just do it, just make an attempt, and not worry about it. You know, if I fail, so what? Who cares, man? I mean, that's kind of where I'm at. Just do it. But anyway, the reason I bring that up, I mentioned that I had contacted some people that already have businesses similar to what I intend on starting for my little small business project. And again, not the end-all be-all. However, whatever it develops into is great. But I wanted to at least make an attempt at small business and entrepreneurship and get myself out there. So anyway, I contacted a few people, and as I mentioned, I was kind of surprised one person responded. And actually, I had 2 or 3 people respond, but they were just kind of not true responses, not really what I was looking for. And I kind of had forgotten about it, and then out of the blue, this other guy shows up, who's been exactly what I was looking for. However, I was just trying to do the email thing, you know, avoiding actually having there's something about emails and text. It gives us that stability that we can hide. We can hide who we are. It's not as real. We can live behind that curtain, that veil of anonymity, and that was really my intention. Just get some kind of an email banter with somebody I can run questions off of. And first thing this guy says is, you know, what we need to do is get together, you know, meet with me. I'm like, wow, it's kind of scary. Am I really that far involved in this business that I should take someone's time? Am I really that certain about things? All those doubts came out of my head. You know, what's it going to be like to meet this person? I don't know anything about them. Do I really want to go this road? It's easier. I'll just, you know, I'll kind of hide behind this, and maybe somebody will be cool to email back and forth. And you know what? that little thing kicked back in my head. Just do it, man. And you know, the fear is gone. You know, it's going to be a set where we're both pretty busy. So it'll probably be in about a month. He picked the day of May 24th. So I'm kind of interested to see this interaction. In the meantime, I'm going to put together all the questions that I want to go over. And the cool thing is, we're trying to set it up so it's not a hardcore business thing. You know, I've invited him over to come out to the house. You know, there's a big thing in this area where they steam crabs, so I can steam crabs on the beach, do a little grill, get some beers. Him and his partner coming out, meet with me and the guy that I'll be working with. You know, maybe spouses and girlfriends involved, and have a little get together, and you know, a little bit of relaxed situation. But I've researched a little bit on the guy that I'm going to meet, and it's interesting. You know, he's done a lot for the community of these businesses that I'm looking at. So I think I found the right person. That right, you know, I put that out there that I was asking for something, and that came to me. So it's kind of nice to. I didn't really think about that, but now that I think about it, it's kind of nice to show that, you know, I've asked the ether twice, and twice now it's responded with exactly what I needed. The first day I started this, I said my 2 goals: I'm going to lose weight and get in great shape, and I'm going to become an entrepreneur and, you know, work for myself and break out from underneath that thumb of working for somebody else. And I had no idea what kind of business I wanted to start, and one of my little things was just to start a small entity of some kind, just to at least get myself going. And before I knew it, the next day somebody came in and gave me this idea for this business, and so that's what I'm rolling with, and it's a good idea and it's growing. But immediately the Ethan responded the second day, boom, first thing in the morning, here, this is it, this is what I'm giving you, do it, and I'm gonna do it. The other thing, I asked for a mentor. Mentor is an interesting word. I kind of mixed feelings about it, but I wanted some kind of communication with somebody that's been there and done it in some regards, can answer some of my questions as far as some of the laws, some of the things that I need to set up for the business. Just a lot of the different questions that I can investigate and find out on my own, but at the same time I'm not real sure to even begin where to investigate. So it's a huge wealth of knowledge that I've asked for, and on a personal level, and invited into my life, and here it is. I have to pursue it. That's the big thing. I know that I can get in that doubt, or that doubt mode, and let it go. So it's totally up to me, and I've made this choice. I'm sticking with it 365 days. I'm gonna be somewhere, whether it be still in this pickup truck and complaining about how much I hate my job, or blah blah blah, or if I've actually made a change, if I'm still 230 pounds and feeling awful, or if I can run 10 miles and I'm thin and healthy and feel good and look good and I got all the energy that I don't have right now. So where am I going to be? I don't know, but I know the direction. I know what I want, and I know what I'm doing to get there, and I'm learning every day. Every day I'm picking up something, and a lot of it is stuff I've heard before, and that's absolutely fine. Sometimes, as I said, it's just as powerful to me to hear it again and be like, yeah, why? I knew this. Why am I not doing it? Why did I fall off that track? And I ask myself that now. Why did I fall off that track? And I think a big part of it is maybe I never had the right goal. It's got to be a very definitive goal. I've learned that before. If it's a definitive goal, it's something I can get excited about, it doesn't turn off. If it's a kind of a wishy-washy, I'd like to be making $100,000 and or whatever, and not really having any real desire behind it outside of just holding a certain amount of money or whatever the deal is. It doesn't, I might achieve that goal, but it doesn't have the same feeling to it. It doesn't have the same drive. This is a very specific mission I'm on, a very specific journey, a very specific quest. As I've mentioned, I've done twice before in my life with very specific things that I got behind, and that's really is the key for me, is definitive goal, a time frame, and sticking to it, doing everything I can. I try not to waste any time with what I'm doing. If I have downtime, if I have free time, I'm looking for a way to learn or invest or do something. Just keep the energy flowing. That's a big part of it. I guess that's it for today, and I think that's good. So my daily affirmation, what's that going to bring to me? Fear, just do it. And I know that's kind of cliche, little Nike action, whatever, but it's true. If I have something that I'm afraid of, if I get down and I just start doing it, that fear just dissolves. It's like it's like it wasn't even there. It's the most incredible thing in the world. If I sit back, and then I can relish in that fear for hours if I want to. Just make that. For me, it's just a matter of making that choice. Just dive in. That's all. So anyway, that's it for today. Day 16. Hey, what are you doing today? Life is awesome. So, hey, what are you doing today? Thanks.